Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, so it's time for us to do our regular Mopar Monday. And today we're not unboxing anything. We're going to showcase the 1971 Dodge Charger from Greenlight in 1/64 scale. And this includes the Charger RT and Superbee. I think Greenlight makes the finest example of this car. M2 doesn't do too bad, but I favor the Greenlight one because the proportions on the quarter panel seem to be a little bit more accurate. A while back, I did a comparison video of the two. So if you look at my archives of videos, you'll find a lot of comparisons between different companies with the same casting. And the 71 Charger was one that I did. Now, today we're looking at almost every stock example released from Greenlight except for two, I think. And the reason I don't have those two is because they're not very accurately done, and I'll explain that here in a little while. But we'll start with the two that we have in front of us. This is the 1971 Dodge Charger RT. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong red one. Let's move the right red one over here. Okay, so these both are 1971 Dodge Charger RTs. Now, the way to tell the RT from the Superbee is the tail lights and also the louvers on the door. The RT tail lights, they had these louvers that go over the tail lights, and also they had louvered doors. This was not a piece that was added to the door like on a 70 Charger. These were actual indentations in the door skin. They were not functional. They were just there for aesthetics, and that was it. Now, this car here in particular is very rare. This is possibly one of one. This is the Greenlight prototypes that they usually make before final production. And they say not for sale on the windows. Now, the ones that they do before they actually start going into production of the casting usually are gold with no real detail to them. And they sometimes will say not for sale. Then usually the one that is painted and detailed is usually the final one before the car goes into production. But this was not. This is actually this car here. This is the only Mecum Auction RT that they have. And this one here is in a red color, a little bit more red than your Hemi Orange. As you can see, that's the Hemi Orange that they wanted, and that was the final production. So this car I kind of really like having in my collection because it's the only red 71 Dodge Charger RT that Greenlight has. They have a red Superbee, as we seen just a moment ago, was sitting here beside this one. And this red is a little bit different than even the red on the Superbee. As you can see, the Superbee is a little bit brighter. So this is a really cool piece to have in my collection because this is my favorite Charger. I used to really like the second gen the best, and I still do love them, but for some reason, the 71, 72, I really, really like. Used to hate them, but for some reason, as I got older, my taste changed, and now I'm a fan of the third gen as much as I am the second gen. So, anyways, this was the final production run of it. This car is actually really cool for my diorama too, because this car was sold new at Mr. Norm's Grand Spalding Dodge. The car that they modeled this particular casting after. Hemi Orange with black interior, black top, and the air grabber hood, and it does have a Hemi in it. And engines on their B bodies for Dodge are always a little small. But anyways, these cars did have a mammoth engine compartment that was very big in front of the engine. As you can see, you have this huge amount of area between the grill and the radiator. And that was pretty true. I remember helping my buddy change the water pump on his 71 440, and there's just a lot of room there to lean over and have to get to the water pump and such. But anyways, they are really cool looking cars. And this one, I think, does define the Coke bottle shape better than any other year. The way the bulges on the bottom part, if you were holding the bottle up, this little slight radius there where the neck of the bottle will be. Then it dips in, then dips back out on the bottle, on the bottom of the bottle. And yeah, these represent that Coke bottle appearance that they always say they resemble very well. So anyways, that was the story between these two. That's why this is one of my favorite cars in my collection. I love orange and I love 71 B bodies, Plymouth or Dodge, and this is like my dream car to have a Hemi orange 71 B body, preferably the Plymouth. I really dig the Roadrunners and GTXs, but I definitely would not turn down a Charger. And then I thought it was really cool because this one was originally sold at Mr. Norm's, and it's very suitable for my dealership diorama. So anyways, moving along to some other versions of the 71 Dodge Charger. Now I'm going to show you the Superbee in the same color red. Now the Superbee, what you notice of this car is there are no indents on the door. The SE Charger and the Superbee had just plain doors. And then the same thing with the tail lights. There's no louvers over the tail lights. And the Charger RT, I think their tail lights are a little bit different design also than what the Superbee was. It's not just the louvers over them, but the lenses themselves and such are different. But I can't recall. It's been a while since I messed around with any Mopars, so I cannot remember if the tail lights are the same or not. I think the lenses and stuff are different. It's not just the louvers. But anyways, the tail lights and the doors are the dead giveaway. But as you can see, this car looks identical. Besides that, it has the air grabber, ram air style hood and such, and pretty much the stripes, everything are the same, and the logo, you have the little B or the RT, but the striping is all the same and such. So that is your main giveaways. Now there are two other cars out there that represent stock RT or a stock SE and a stock Superbee from Greenlight. And there's also quite a few customs. As you may have seen on the plate of this one, it said MCG4, Muscle Car Garage 4, stock and custom. There's a custom version of this, and there's a custom version of a couple of the RTs too. But I just want to stick with the stock looking stuff. And the other two that look stock and are supposed to be stock, they messed up on, especially on the latest one that they released. It's actually a really cool car and a very rare car. It is the Hemi Orange Superbee with the white vinyl top and white interior. The only problem is they use the RT casting on it, and it has these indents on the doors. These are more than just little decals on the casting. There's actually indents here, and they had a separate mold for both. And I don't know, something back in the day, like when they were making these in like 2009, 2010 on a regular basis, if they messed up the Superbee mold and just shit canned it and then started just using the RT one, and they figured nobody would notice maybe on their latest release, but I did, and I really like that car too. The color combo is really cool, and I think it's supposed to represent the car that was in the ad, and that car in the ad, I believe, was one of the 22 Hemi Superbees built in 71, and 71 Superbees were super scarce, even the regular ones. They only made a handful, over 5,000 of them altogether, and only, I think, 22 of them were Hemi cars. So that car is really cool. I may pick it up someday if I find it at the store, even though it has the wrong doors, because the car does look really cool. The second one is an SE that was supposed to be in the movie Kill Bill. I think it was an SE, and actually the car was kind of like a background car. It wasn't even used a lot in the movie, and I do not even recall seeing the car, so I can't say if it was supposed to be an RT or an SE, but I know they did not highlight the louvers and the hood. They didn't put any stripes on it or anything. It's got a closed air grabber style hood on it. with no hood stripe. So I passed on that one too. I used to have it when I was in the Philippines, and I actually swapped out the wagon wheels for Mopar rallies, and it looked pretty good. But I haven't picked up another one. That's another one if I find it like retail price at a show or swap meet, I may pick it up. So moving on to another car that is pretty rare. This is one that was made for, I believe, a hobby shop or something, and they were on a blister pack card, not your regular clamshell package Greenlight usually has. And this car came with black rallies on it, and I swapped them out with a set of silver Mopar rallies to make it look more original, but the only thing is, in 71, they did not offer a white stripe package on a stock one. Now, if you see them out there, there may be a company reproducing the stock stripes in different colors, but in 71, the Charger and Superbee were only offered with the black stripes. So that kind of is not stock, but it does look stock, so it is a pretty cool piece to have, and since I put the stock rally wheels on it, it even makes it look more stock appearing. So I have that one, and then the last two Superbees that I know of, actually, no, there's three. There's this guy here. This is another hard to find piece. It came in a 2-pack, and the other car in the 2-pack was a 2006 Dodge Charger Daytona in Sassy Grass Green, which is a really cool car with the big chrome 5 spokes on it. Great looking car. But I finally found one of these separate. I did have one that I bought from someone, and you guys may remember the story on that, where the guy was kind of a scammer, and he told me the car was mint, but it wasn't. It was kind of a little bit scratched up and stuff, so I turned it into a junkyard car. And here it is, and this is this car here in junkyard form. So you could say pre-resto and post-resto. So anyways, that's that one. And then there's the purple one. This is also from a Muscle Car Garage. As you can see, MCG4. So both of these are from MCG4. That's kind of crazy. So anyways, that's the Plum Crazier version of it, which looks really good. And then, last but not least, is this guy here. This is from their Speed Channel series. And this is, I think, a 383 car. And you can notice that this hood on this one is different than the rest. It has the louver on it. And I believe this style louver is only available on the Superbee. I could be wrong about that. And then the other ones that were the, how I call it, the vertical, or I guess it depends how you're looking at it. If it was like this, it would be horizontal lines or a street little louver insert on one of the bulge hoods. So they had the hood that accepted the bulge hood that accepted inserts, and you could run either insert. This one here that I believe was Superbee only, and then the other one was RT only. And then you had the standard bulge hood with no cut in it, and then you had the air grabber one. The air grabber one's worth a fortune nowadays. If you ever happen to find a real air grabber hood, they're worth like $3,000, if not more. Now here's the other insert I was telling you about that I said was probably RT only. And so there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 louvers there. And this car here in particular, I don't think it has paint rash, but what happened is color. This is one reason why I try to buy these dark greens and stuff actually loose if possible, but sometimes it's hard to find a loose one that's mint. But as you can see, it has some of this gathering of like the metal flake in one area. It's kind of like the metal flake pulled together in areas, and it gave it a little bit of a rough paint rash feel, but it's really not paint rash. And it did it on the door. I think it's this door here in a couple spots, but it's not too bad. But this is the only one that I know of that has these kind of louvers. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. My Sassy Grass Green one has those louvers too. So I was about to lie. So these two here have those louvers, and they are RTs. Then we have a B5 blue one that has the air grabber. And then the other 3 RTs that we have here today are the yellow one, which is supposedly the last Hemi ever produced, was in this car here. The packaging was kind of cool. It told a story, but I don't do cars in captivity. I always free mine. So I don't have the package anymore, but that's what this was. It was called the last Hemi Charger, or the last Hemi altogether. And a pretty cool car in the yellow, and it has no go wing on it. Pretty cool car, but it has the air grabber. And I think all Hemis had air grabbers. I could be wrong about that, but I'm not sure. You may have been able to get the other style hood with a Hemi, but the Hemis are so rare. I don't know. They may have all been air grabbers, but that's another fact that I'm not sure on. And then this car was a Hemi also. This came from a Barrett Jackson series. It's a gold metallic, and there's just, I think, Barrett Jackson vanity plate, but it's black on black, hard to read and such, and it has the air grabber. Then this guy here is from Muscle Car Garage. Let's see if it has this plate. Come on. Jeez. I don't want to focus it. Oh, well, there we go. It has no plate, and the louvers on these taillights are black instead of the graphite color. I don't know if that's factory or not. But anyways, you can see, like, some of them have hideaways, some of them don't. Like, for example, that Superbee has exposed headlights. It did not come with the hideaway package. That was an option on the 71s. The 71s had a lot of cool trim options. As I mentioned, all the different style hoods, go-wing, no-go-wing, and then you had chin spoilers. Like this guy here has the chin spoiler with the hideaways, but like the white one here has no chin spoiler. You could see where Greenlight, when they produced these, they have the holes already there, but they weren't totally drilled out. They just had the indented areas, or the holes are filled with paint, because this car did not get the chin spoiler. So a lot of cool different features on these cars, these 3rd gen Chargers. And the one thing unique, one more thing I'll tell you about the 71, and we'll wrap it up. The 71 Dodge Charger Superbee, that was the first and last year that the Superbee was ever offered on the Dodge Charger platform. And 70 was the last year that the Superbee was with the Coronet. It was with the Coronet from 68 when it started until 70. Then in 71, it was offered on the Charger platform. After that, they killed it, and then it was just a Charger and such in the 72 model year. So, guys, that's it for today for our Mopar Monday. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again probably midweek with something to do with trucks or lowriders. I'm not sure yet. And we'll definitely be back on Friday for our Free Friday. So turn on your notification bell so you know when we do drop one of our spontaneous videos. And enjoy the start to your week. Thanks for watching.